think a lot of architects do research as part of their everyday process, and one of the things that we should try and do is try to celebrate that through awards such as this and bringing value to that research.
Even gathering your thoughts together to enter this would really help you kind of think about what you've achieved, and it's kind of a real skill to be able to summarise it and to, be able to explain it to other people.
It's really important to set your work in context. Assume that the readers know nothing about what you're submitting. Explain why it's important, why you're passionate about it, and why it should win.
The scope is extraordinary, from modernist buildings in Manchuria through to displaced housing for people in Jordan.
It was particularly interesting to see the variety of scales that people were looking at and working at, from very small individual elements of architecture, investigating materials, right the way through to citywide scale projects.
I noticed the emphasis a lot on user participation and user consultation, both in, for example, in the housing category, but also perhaps less expectedly in things like community and cultural history categories.
All ideas, I think, have value, and if you can demonstrate how they are valuable to our profession and to the wider world, then that's really the key.
Maybe what caught me by surprise was the way that so many people could approach research in different ways, and the ways that they can tackle issues that they're researching, really.
Normally when you do research, you kind of specialise, and then you specialise a bit more, and you specialise a bit more, and to step upwards and outwards and then see all the other things that people do. It's just fantastic.
I think from the point of view of practitioners, it's also really interesting to take that time to make your work in research in architecture very accessible to everyone else.
The research has to be able to stand up to close scrutiny, not just by other architects, but by people outside the architectural profession.
These awards offer the opportunity to really kind of try to grasp the range of work that's being done across architectural research around the country and beyond.
I think it's evolving, I think it's slowly evolving, but we've got to be sure that we can bring along the rigour with that.
And I think there's a real value in having awards which look cross practice and cross academia.
I don't think architectural research should only take place in the ivory tower of the university of, people who are paid to do research. I think it's something that everyone should be doing.
Submitting to the RIBA Research Awards and being recognised is a fantastic way to put your work in the public domain. I mean, this shows what the RIBA is concerned about, what the best research coming through is, and we really need to promote all the research that goes on in architecture and let it be shared with a wider audience.